you for trusting us as your #1 informative television. Join me, Rida Chebet, every day as I bring you the latest news at Maisha Live at 1 and update at 6, right here at Maisha Television.
Wakati mafuta imeongeza hivi, wao wameongeza commission yao to 28.1%.
I have a visual disability,
yes,
which has been with me for a long time.
No, I'm asking the second part.
Swala la utovu wa nidhamu limezua hisia mseto nchini.
Caning is not bad for the students. Juu hata sisi wazazi wetu walikuwa natuadhibu tukiwa wadogo when we were growing up.
We are now more organized than ever before.
Indeed, this is the fastest growing television in Kenya.
At Maisha Television, we are impartial and independent.
The presidential election of the 26th October is hereby upheld.
Every day, we create distinctive professional programs, content which inform, educate, and entertain.
If the money has been approved, then it should be disbursed on time.
We go an extra mile to let you know of all that is happening around.
Wawe smart, wawe wasafi.
We make it easier for you to access information, a right provided by the Constitution. This is where your opinion counts.
Well, thank you for your time. How juicy.
Juicy.
Well, good afternoon. Glad to have you on board. And remember, you can also follow us on our social media platforms: Facebook, Maisha Television Kenya; Twitter, Maisha Television KE; and YouTube, Maisha Television Kenya. Welcome to Maisha Live at 1. My name is Rida Chebet Kering.
Live from Maisha Television, this is Maisha Live at 1 with Rida Kering Chebet.
Welcome. At least 20 livestock farmers in Pokot North Sub-County may have left counting losses after a large population of their livestock was wiped out by unknown disease. Director of County Veterinary Services, Dr. Samuel Chelimo, says that the cause may be a poisonous weed that sprouts after a short rains. 94 cows have so far died, with a high risk of the disease spreading to the neighboring communities. Several livestock farmers of Nakwapa village, Kacheliba, Pokot North Sub-County have been hit hard by the adverse effect of an unknown disease that has wiped out their cattle. At least 94 cows died mysteriously after consuming what seems to have been a poisonous weed. Several villages affected are Alekaz, Kopeyon, and Ngotut. One farmer who lost 34 cows laments how at least 80% of his cows were pregnant and within hours lost his wealth.
So far I've lost over 34 cows, and most of them were just pregnant cows. So in fact this weed is just the weed which is a foreign weed, and it has almost covered the whole area within the river bank where our cows are grazing. So we are thinking that it might have come through the supply of relief, and this weed is being transferred by the animal through the tails. It catches the tails and the hoofs, and it can go to various places.
County Veterinary Services Director Dr. Samuel Chelimo identified the symptoms that resulted to the death of the animals when consumes the weed.
So you find that the animals present with acute death. They die suddenly. There is excitability. They become excited prior to death. Some of them could be blind. There's tense muscles, and then the head may be held up and ears erect. Some animals which are showing symptoms may stumble. They may fall on the lateral side.
The CEC for Agriculture and Pastoral Economy, Geoffrey Lipale, urged the research and institutions like Kenya Agricultural Research Institute to identify ideology of the weed and its effect on both animals and human health.
Hapo wote wamesanywa, wamewekwa pale kwa sababu pia tulipeana onyo kwamba nyama isiliwe kwa sababu ya afya ya kibinadamu. Tulipotuma watafiti wetu wa ministry, tumeweza kuchukua sampuli ya damu, tumeweza kuchukua sampuli ya damu pamoja na pia matumbo, other samples. Ni kuhimiza tu serikali ya county government, mimi mwenyewe nitapeleka report kwa governor kwamba hawa wakulima 94 waweze kusaidiwa.
The plant has spread fast, covering 6,000 hectares of land so far. Farmers are calling on the government to intervene and save the face. Well, and despite authorities implementing a dusk-to-dawn curfew in Tiaty, Baringo County and expanding the scope of security operations in northern Kenya, bandits are still carrying out brazen attacks, the latest being on security camps, as Shane Amoga reports.
The arrival of the Rift Valley Regional Commissioner in Mukutani, days after the Sunday's bandits attack at the 4 security camps in the area, is meant to serve as a form of reassurance for residents. This time, humanitarian assistance through the Red Cross was part of the entourage. Residents say life in the operation zone has been unbearable.
Kile kinafanyika ni maajabu kwa sababu wananchi wamekuwa squatters in their own land. Hata mtu kwenda choo anakuwa escorted. Kina mama kuchota maji kwa mto wanakuwa escorted.
Tutaishi maisha hii mpaka lini?
Sasa tunakaa kwa manyumba mpaka siku gani? Kama hatuendi hata kuni, mtu hata atoke hata kuchota maji. Na umali unaishi hata chakula ni ngumu kupata sababu sisi ni watu wa kutegemea mashamba sababu hatuna ng'ombe na hatuna mbuzi. Alikuwa tunalima, alafu tunapata mboga na hata chakula mahindi tunatoa kwa mashamba. Sasa hii mwaka hata mvua inanyesha, tunaelekea wapi?
Apart from the lack of basic needs, parents in Mkutani are battling with the headache of the resumption of the academic calendar next Monday.
Sijui hata tafunguliwa shule na maana gani. Sababu hata wakati alikuwa shule naendelea, maaskari tu ndio wanachunga watoto kwa madarasa. Yaani kila askari yuko kwa madarasa kuchunga watoto. Sasa ninaomba tu serikali angalie hii silaha. Kama nawezekana serikali ichukue hii silaha kabisa yote.
The previous operation yielded the recovery of less than 50 guns. Security officers too have died in pursuit of bandits, whose advantage seems to be their familiarity with the terrain. However, the government maintains that the current flare-up is due to their success in rooting out the bandits from Laikipia.
Hiyo operation serikali wamesema operation inaendelea ni vyema. Hii ugaidi hapa ninajua itafika siku yao. Na sio mbali itafika siku yao.
Maafa ambao tumeshuhudia kwa muda mrefu ikue katika kaburi ya sahau. Hii kitu ya security isiwachiwe wanasiasa pekee. Professional wakuje ndani. Professional wakuje tusaidiane.
Lakini hao watu still bado wana exchange fire.
Hii sio cattle rustling. Hii ni military group against the government. Na ningependa serikali wajue namna hiyo. Sitaki kusema walifanya vizuri kuua KDF, lakini sijui kama leo serikali watapata uchungu kwa sababu KDF amewawa. Na ningependa serikali wajue ya kwamba they are dealing with a military group ambaye serikali ikipochukua hatua watakuja ngangana na serikali kama nchi zingine kama Kongo na zingine.
The latest attack in Kapedo has seen bandits get away with an unknown number of livestock. The government maintains that the operation in the 4 counties will continue until all the illegal guns are recovered. For Maisha TV News, I'm Amoga Shane.
Limuru Member of Parliament Peter Mwathi was elected unopposed as the new chairperson of the powerful Security Committee of the National Assembly. Mwathi replaces the late Kiambaa Member of Parliament Paul Koinange, who passed on March over COVID-19 related complications. Wajir MP Fatuma Gedi, who had expressed interest in the seat, failed to submit her applications by the deadline. This is after the ODM party leader expressed his support for Mwathi. Mwathi was until on Tuesday the chairman of the Labour Committee. He has been a member of the Parliamentary Service Commission and was the first vice chair of the Privileges Committee.
We know what our MDAs are doing, and then from there we can now engage with the rest of the Republic. No, I don't see any resistance because all the members who were inside there spoke, and they spoke very well. There were very nice messages of goodwill, of support. They have even told me how they've been working. So I think they have respected the decision of the President and his desire that I should serve as the chair in that committee, and they have embraced me. Well, I think it's the party's decision to give out or propose who is to chair, but I also want to say that I have served in government for a long time since I was in university, and I'm coming almost immediately from Defense and Foreign Relations, which has got a lot of similarities with this committee.
Well, and with that news, I'll be taking a short commercial break. I'll be coming back with business news. Stay tuned.
Wow, thank you for your time. How juicy.
Juicy.
Authoritative.
After the expose that has caught the attention of many Kenyans, some have come in to weigh in with their views.
Dependable. The views of members of the public cannot be taken in vain. Trusted.
The judicial test about knowing what they know. They look at you and they say, this one is like this.
And definitely love.
Hii ni station imegrow very fast na naipenda sana.
You are advising or you are directing. Number two, Mr. Speaker.
You are now mixing up issues. Please, let's hold your horses. You know, when they ask the speaker, not everybody is a speaker. So I am following. I'll add in 5 minutes.
We are here to inform.
Kama mwananchi hajachanganyikiwa, anajua tofauti ya MCA na mjumbe, kwani atachanganyikiwa vipi asijue kani ni executive kani ni
on record that there is nobody who is above the law.
Educate.
Being poor does not mean God did not give you a good brain. So money does not buy everything. And let me warn further that there are already people collecting money.
And entertain you 24 hours of the day. And 7 days of the week.
Mombasa is under what we say lock and key.
Maisha TV. Choose it, watch it, and love it.
Suzi, hebu kamwone yule dem tulikuwa tunaambiwa.
Kwani amefanya? Hizi shop zote tatu ni zake. Na hii next door anachukua pia.
Na imagine tuko na haka kitu kamoja tu.
Na ni bodyguard zako na wana.
Nasikia wanamshughulikia everything. ATM zake, credit card zake 24/7.
Hadi usiku.
Kwani 24/7 inamaanisha?
That means anamlipia hata bill zake pia. KRA, NHIF, UEFA. Nafanywa zote akiwa ametulia tu hivi.
Kitu kingine nasikia ni eti so secure.
Kwani kuna banki yake, si vitu kama hizi utakamtoa anaenda kwa bank. Nasikia hiyo katu hivi. The whole day kwa tablet akifanywa kila kitu.
Na hao bodyguards wake ndio umpelekea do kwa majuu.
Unaona wale wawili waso au mfanyia bulk payments.
Nilisikia ni ati local accounts zake, foreign accounts zake anashughulikiwa.
Haki no wonder business yake imegrow hivyo. Lazima kuna bank yake special.
Your banking team is at your fingertips. Go digital. Visit coopbank.co.ke and click on New Internet Banking.
Live from Maisha Television, this is Maisha Live at 1 with Reader Karim Shabbat.
Welcome back. And now the counties are a month away from stepping into the 2021-2022 financial year. However, with a deficit of 70.2 billion Kenyan shillings from the current financial year that has not been disbursed, the move now seeing the COG chair claim operations to fight the deadly COVID-19 pandemic is being hindered.
Counties continue being on the spot over the fight to purge the COVID-19 pandemic. However, the measures to ensure the virus is contained from further spreading has been impaired by lack of funds in counties. The delayed disbursement of the equitable shares of revenue now seen outstanding amount of 70.2 billion Kenyan shillings owed to county governments has impaired the fight against the COVID-19. In his weekly report, COG Chair Martin Wambora now says the delay has been met as the counties prepare to assemble themselves for 2021-2022 financial year.
We are aware the salary for the funds for February have been cleared by the National Treasury, but there is a delay in the Controller of Budget's office, and we are going to urge her to quickly disperse the funds by tomorrow, by Friday. These are compromised response measures towards the COVID-19 pandemic and service delivery to wananchi. We therefore urge the National Treasury to treat this matter with urgency and expedite the release of the funds to counties.
The delayed funds come even as the counties are faulted over the misuse of COVID-19 fund. So far, close to 10 county assemblies have been on the spot for utilizing COVID-19 funds without procurement plans. Already, the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission is carrying out investigations into the allegations, given that the Auditor General has raised suspicion that there are counties that have used the funds for non-COVID related matters. And regarding those who lower the card on the fight against the COVID-19 virus in counties,
some places of worship and matatu sectors continue to disregard the COVID-19 guidelines. In this regard, the county government, through the joint intergovernmental emergency response committees, will strictly enforce the rules of wearing masks, social distance, and washing of hands in these public spaces.
And finally, the COG has called on counties with high stock of HIV and AIDS commodities to redistribute to those with relatively lower stocks. This comes as a result of a meeting with the Global Fund following the current standoff between the government of Kenya and USAID over shipment of ARV drugs at Mombasa Port. Maisha TV.
Well, and with that news, we've come to the end of Maisha Live at 1. My name is Rida Chebet Kering.
Thank you for trusting us as your #1 informative television. Join me, Rida Chebet, every day as I bring you the latest news at Maisha Live at 1 and update at 6, right here at Maisha Television.
Wakati mafuta imeongeza hivi, wao wameongeza commission yao to 28.1%.
I have a visual disability, yes, which has been with me for a long time.
No, I'm asking the second part.
Suala la utovu wa nidhamu limezua hisia mseto nchini.
Caning is not bad for the students. Juu hata sisi wazazi wetu walikuwa natuadhibu tukiwa wadogo when we were growing up.
We are now more organized than ever before.
Indeed, this is the fastest growing television in Kenya.
At Maisha Television, we are impartial and independent.
The presidential election of the 26th October is hereby upheld.
Every day, we create distinctive professional programs content which inform, educate, and entertain.
If the money has been approved, then it should be disbursed on time.
We go an extra mile to let you know of all that is happening around.
Wawe smart, wawe wasafi.
We make it easier for you to access information, a right provided by the Constitution. This is where your opinion counts.